Yeah, they hate.
ATP, what it do with your boy Clay Moore Rain? Back at you guys with another one. Salute to all. Let me check something here real quick here. I think we're good. All right. Yeah. Salute to all my subscribers, man. Really appreciate the support. Well, it's a new year, 2025. We in the building. Let me hit the horns on. Let's bring it in right? Let's bring it in right, man. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. Hope you and your family, had the best holiday that you got to see people you didn't see in the longest time. You guys gave long, intimate hugs and, really gave them something to think about when everybody went their own ways and went home, really thinking about family. And, congratulations to everybody for making it through a year. I know a lot of people lost people in the year and things of that nature. And, just such a blessing to be in the building today in 2025, to be able to see this year and another year in front of you to pursue all your dreams and all your aspirations. And I'm praying all those things come full circle for you guys. But listen, man, I'm back at you guys with another one. If this is your first time tapping into the content, I am going to encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit your bell icons as well, so you are getting these alerts when content like this is dropping. So you guys might have heard the news already. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, rumors circulating around the boxing space saying that this fight may be close to being actually negotiated, finalized, potentially for a Cinco de Mayo show between Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Let's build on that. What do I think about that? Well, look, first of all, we know Turki Al-Sheikh is dead center in the middle of this Riyadh season, coming off of a great 2024, going into 2025, looking to go ahead and top what they did in 2024, if that's even possible, right? But it looks like they're on a roll with this one, guys, because if this is able to actually come full circle, if Turkey's actually able to bridge this gap right here, put this fight together, this may be one of the biggest fights that could be offered for the year. Now, you're going to get the detractors who are going to push back at this. They don't like Turkey's presence in the game. They don't like Riyadh season, Saudi Arabia's presence in the game. They want to paint a picture as if these moves that Turki Al-Sheikh is doing is simply derailing the American hold on boxing. Well, guys, you guys know how I feel about that. We don't care about that over here. That's not what it's about. There's no grasp on an international sport, a worldly sport, where everybody in the world's competing on the same platform, chasing the same legacy. That's not what we're looking at. What we're looking at here is we're getting potential fights that were never even close to being made over here, not to mention the resources that aren't even here to put those fights together, to facilitate those fights, not to mention the fact that the actual promoters over here and their across the street politics would never even support or get behind something like this, right? So we've got a neutral person coming from out of the United States with the resources to put something together like this. If you're a true boxing fan, the only thing you should be doing is celebrating and pushing and hoping that supporting and hoping that this actually comes full circle. Guys, Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez has been in the conversation for going on well over a year now, right? Terrence Crawford coming off of that dominating performance with Errol Spence. Conversations were in the air where Canelo Alvarez was actually interested in potentially fighting Errol Spence in a super fight after Errol Spence was supposedly supposed to go and beat Terrence Crawford. Well, on the victory side of that conversation, where Terrence Crawford once said that there were going to be weight classes for a reason and that he wouldn't be interested in testing himself at that weight class because of that reason, sat back, thought about it with his team and said, listen, I think I could beat this guy. This guy used to fight at 154. Am I correct? This guy fought Floyd Mayweather. Am I correct? Well, this guy's this provides us a unique opportunity at 168 to become not only a 2-weight class undisputed champion or 4-weight class champion, but we can go to an actual 5th weight class, not only become a champion, but potentially even an undisputed champion at the time. Well, Terrence Crawford said, I've changed my mind on this. This is a fight I think I could actually do well in this fight, and I'm willing to challenge myself. Now, Canelo Alvarez, if you don't know the story, was not interested in making the fight happen, right? He said, look, what do I have to gain from this? This is a lose-lose for me. If I beat him, I beat somebody who's coming up 2 weight classes. What credit am I going to get for this? And God forbid I lose this fight. This guy comes up 2 weight classes and beats me, it's just absolutely nothing for me to gain from a situation like this until Riyadh Seasons, Turki Al-Sheikh got involved in the conversation and said, listen, we can make it potentially worth your while. Why not put this fight together? After all, this is an all-time great in Terrence Crawford, the pound for pound best fighter in the world, Terrence Crawford. I mean, listen, you're not really a 168-pound fighter. You're a 160-pound fighter at best, competing at 168, which is an accomplishment within itself. But at the end of the day, these intangibles that people don't talk about enough make this fight a lot more even than I think people want to take into consideration. And it looks like Canelo Alvarez, on top of the fact that he's a businessman, like he said, and it has an opportunity to potentially make the most money he's ever made in boxing, and he is on his way out the door, just like Terrence Crawford is, guys. Let's not get that confused. This might be the opportunity for him to make a big payday and also give the boxing space a fight that maybe shut up a lot of fans that want to see him fight against David Benavidez. Now, you guys should know also how I feel about the David Benavidez-Canelo Alvarez fight. I mean, I think it's diabolical that you wouldn't defend your title against a mandatory like David Benavidez and tell the world that you need $150 to $200 million, and that the only thing David Benavidez actually brings to you on the fight night is 25 extra pounds. That's one part of it, and that you're holding the titles hostage and won't even allow the mandatories to fight for the belts that you could vacate. That does put some shade on Canelo Alvarez's legacy to a degree. I think you won't be able to talk about Canelo Alvarez in the coming years, well after his retirement, without saying there was that one fighter who Canelo Alvarez refused to fight. But a fight with Terrence Crawford may be the answer to Canelo Alvarez's dreams, right? It may answer all of the issues that he's going to, may speak to it and say, listen, I fought a pound for pound great, gave the world a fight that's going to go in the history books. Both fighters are going to the Hall of Fame, pretty much assured that they're going on the Hall of Fame based on what they've been able to build for themselves as far as a legacy is concerned. This might be right up his alley. So, guys, we're going to find out. We'll see what happened. Turki Al-Sheikh has spoken about in an interview saying that him and Canelo Alvarez maybe could speak in January more about this fight with Terrence Crawford. Also stating that Terrence Crawford dealing with some injuries, not looking to be active again until conveniently enough around April or May. That's interesting within itself, knowing that Canelo Alvarez's schedule is pretty much written in stone. It's going to be a May fight and it's going to be a September fight for Mexican Independence Day. It's a perfect opportunity, and it's like these guys are on a collision course right now to meet up. Inside sources saying that these negotiations are way further ahead than what people might want to imagine. This fight might be coming together. Another one for Turki in the bag. I'm definitely interested in what you guys think about it. If this fight is able to come full circle, I mean, I think most people are going to be leaning towards Canelo Alvarez. I myself, a Terrence Crawford fan, and also just listen, man, everything that Terrence Crawford has done, I find it hard to go ahead and bet against that man. You're going to have to beat that man to show me you can beat that man, right? So I definitely think Terrence Crawford has a real good chance at causing the quote-unquote upset in this fight. If you look back at the fight that Canelo Alvarez had with Floyd Mayweather, he does seem to struggle a little bit with those fighters who are willing to finesse, move around, right? Use that boxing IQ and pedigree, not necessarily coming and walking forward on him, trying to get him out of there. He's not going to get, it's going to be a counterpuncher versus a counterpuncher type of match. You would think that Canelo Alvarez, in order to win this match, is going to have to press it, because Terrence Crawford on the point scoring system probably is going to be very comfortable there, taking this fight round by round by round until it's ultimately said and done with. You would think Canelo Alvarez would be chasing the stoppage in this fight. It's going to be interesting, to say the least, to see this fight come together if that happens. I'm psyched out about it. I want to see it happen. I'm hoping that it comes full circle. I don't really know of bigger fights that Canelo Alvarez can get involved with for the money outside of David Benavidez. What else is there for him to do? What, Jake Paul? You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia? Of course not, right? Turki Al-Sheikh is behind the biggest bags and the biggest paydays in boxing today. There's a good chance of Canelo Alvarez is still being that businessman that he says he is, and he's chasing all these big paydays, that Terrence Crawford is going to be a legitimate prospect to put in the ring with him to make a big fight and a big payday. And, you know, why not entertain the fans? Let me know what you think about it. Put it down in the comment section. It's your boy Claymore Rain. It's at ATP Combat Media Show. I told you guys already, if it's your first time tapping into the content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit your bell icons as well so you all getting alerts when all this content is dropping. It's your boy Rain. It's that ATP Combat Media Show. Until the next segment, we out.